We want to run this a minimum for 4 minutes with extremely hot water and detergent in there. After it's completed, you can remove the air motor and allow all of our water to drain out of there. The drain temperature on this water is one of the critical temperatures that we have to watch out for. We want to make sure the tank is hot enough for the detergent to work properly. The temperature of this water coming out should be a minimum of 120 degrees. Any lower than that, and will allow fat to redeposit on the sides of the tank, which will cause water beading, which is something visible that you can look for in there. That'll tell us that the water was not hot enough. We also want to make sure that we have the proper amount of chemicals in there, and you can consult your supplier of your chemicals of what they would like to see as far as pH levels. Normally on a detergent wash on a tank, pH levels should be somewhere between 11 and 12. Once we've completely drained the tank out, we want to follow that by a rinse. So we want to rinse the tank out with a hose again to rinse all that chlorine and detergent out of the tank, and then we would follow by going through an acid wash. It's important to get the right amount of chemicals in there, especially the detergent. What the detergent does in there is the chlorine part of the detergent removes protein, which is left over from the milk, and the alkaline part of the detergent removes fat and some minerals in there. The other step of the wash cycle is the acid cycle, which the acid helps remove mineral deposits left over from the milk and also minerals from the water. So the step right now, we've actually drained the tank and we rinsed it. We want to follow the same procedures for the acid wash. Once the tank is drained completely and we rinse it out with a hose, we want to fill that 10 to 15 gallons of water back in there, enough water so we prevent cavitating of the pump, and add the proper dosage of our acid. You always want to consult the label on any type of cleaning acids or detergents to make sure we get the proper dosage in there for the acid. So kind of to summarize or to review what we went through here with what we're calling the manual air motor washing, it does require consistency by the producer to follow the procedures every single day, day in and day out. The first step that we come into is where the tank driver is the most important step, is he needs to rinse the tank thoroughly with warm water to rinse all that residual milk out of there, followed by the producer coming out, warming up the tank with a hot water rinse, as hot as we can get it, usually 165 to 170 degrees with his hose here. Followed that by filling a tank with hot water and adding our detergent, which we should always follow the recommended procedures on the label, adding that to the top of the tank, turning our air motor on, letting that air motor run for a minimum of 3 minutes, a maximum of 4 minutes, maintaining our temperature at the bottom of the tank of a minimum of 120 degrees. We want to make sure we don't fall below that. After our detergent is drained out, we want to use our hose again and rinse the tank out thoroughly with lukewarm water to hot water. Follow that rinse after the detergent by an acid cycle. We want to use the acid that we can use that in the varying temperatures. Our temperature, it works well in cold water, but you can also use warm or hot water. If you prefer, we can also use an acid sanitizer instead of the acid. If you don't use an acid sanitizer, it is utmost importance that the producer sanitizes the tank prior to starting the next milking.